This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
More back to school and back to high school sports information coming your way next. Hi everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Kara, and here's your local information from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. On Wednesday, Hazleton police were waiting with a woman who had a disabled vehicle for her mother to come and pick her up. As the mother was pulling over to pick up her daughter, her vehicle was struck. The driver of the third vehicle sped off with Hazleton police in pursuit. Police pulled over 30-year-old Joshua Yencho of Drums at 16th and Church Streets. After a search, police say they found drug paraphernalia and multiple containers of marijuana and discovered that Yencho was driving with a DUI suspended license. Yencho faces multiple charges from the incident. The driver and passenger of the vehicle that was hit were not injured. High school fall sports are ready to move forward in the state of Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association has set dates for first practices and competitions, but the PIAA says they are being flexible. A release says they do not have a one-size-fits-all plan, and they understand that school districts will have to make localized decisions. So the PIAA has a plan for a regular start and an alternate start with different dates for starting practice and play. They also have a hybrid start model. Each sport will need to complete the minimum length of a required preseason. Also, the PIAA says different areas and sports will be affected in different ways by the pandemic, so they will stay flexible when they start to look at postseason play. Heat acclimation can start on Monday, August 10th, and practices can begin on August 17th. The PIAA will meet again before the fall sports season begins to see how things are progressing. Now here's Janine Lassant with part 3 of our Back to School in the Hazleton Area School District series.
Joining me now is Superintendent of Schools, Brian Uplinger, and there are many questions that are facing the district as we enter into this unknown school year with COVID-19. So thank you for joining us, Brian, on the program.
Sure, absolutely, anytime.
So let's talk in general, because there were a lot of questions from parents, as you can imagine, with 12,000 students and 13 buildings to worry about this school year. There are a lot of specific needs that people have. How are you communicating with parents and faculty and staff?
Well, there's a number of different ways that we put the information out there. We're still deciding on what a schedule will look like. I won't say a plan, because the plan that PDE wants from us is basically a roadmap to disinfecting the schools and the buses, and what would happen in the event that there was a positive case. What type of tracing are we going to, contract tracing or a contact tracing are we going to do? Things of that nature. So that plan has already been approved by the school board. So the schedule is the next thing that the school board is going to approve, one way or the other. It depends. There's a number of different models.
There were questions about teachers and teachers' contracts and the specifics of if a teacher feels that their safety is at risk, and could they take a sabbatical if they wanted to? How does that work? Is that in a teacher's contract? Is that something that is made to the public as to what they are allowed and not allowed to do?
Yes, basically there were some provisions that were placed initially into Act 13 by the governor in the spring, basically saying that what we needed to do is provide payment in full to all of our students or all of our employees throughout the course of that school year. Same applies for our teachers. They do have a contract. They're working under that contract currently. We don't have that ability to say we're not going to pay you because of that contract.
Okay.
However, the state may come out and say we're not going to pay you, or we're not going to do that, and that's a different situation.
If a parent decides I'm sending my child to school, there is a chance that the state can say, the governor can say, everyone now is going to be learning online from home. That is something that can happen, correct?
That is very, very correct. We were on a call yesterday with Dr. Levine and Secretary Rivera asking those specific questions. Superintendents, I should say, across the state were on that call, discussing different situations with both of them. They didn't come right out and say the governor was going to do that. It wasn't even alluded to, but they said they would take our concerns back because there are 500 school districts in the state of Pennsylvania. All 500 school districts are going to do something different.
Our district is prepared. Teachers will be teaching new material. They are prepared for safety inside the school for those who go and are attending school in person, and they will be prepared for online classes as well.
Yes, that is correct. We're learning a new program, not so much new, but where the district is a Microsoft 365 district. So it's much like Google Classroom. But it's on a different platform. It's on the Microsoft platform. So we're going to utilize that for synchronous sessions with our students. Those students that are online will get the same education that the students who are in our classrooms. So if we may have 5 students in a classroom, for an example, so we can socially distance everyone, the remaining number of students are online at home. Those students at home are going to have the same live interaction with the teacher during that school time or that school period throughout the course of the day.
You're dealing with K through 12, so there is a wide range of ages that you're dealing with. If a parent or a guardian has specific concerns, they call their specific school?
Yes. For example, if your child is enrolled in Valley Elementary Middle School, please call Valley Elementary. If you didn't receive a call from them, or you have questions, please call that building directly.
Thanks, Janine. We'll wrap up this series tomorrow with more from Superintendent Brian Uplinger.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Here's our weather forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly after 10 p.m., mostly cloudy with a low of 64 degrees. Friday, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny and a high of 79. At night, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 2 a.m., partly cloudy with a low of 61. 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 p.m. on Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of 80 degrees. Saturday night, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly after 8 p.m. Sunday, a 50% chance of showers with a possible thunderstorm after 2 p.m., mostly cloudy with a high of 79. At night, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low of 65 degrees. Monday, a 50% chance of showers with thunderstorms possible after 2 p.m., mostly cloudy with a high of 77. And Monday night, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low of 64 degrees. Coming up, a big story about a big taco. We take on competitive eating in sports, and next, the story of a local race that helps out families that are in a difficult situation. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of the following: Dale M. Stewart, 50 of Hazleton. The church service is private. Friends and family may call Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. at the Frank J. Bond and Funeral Home in Hazleton. COVID-19 restrictions will be in place. Loretta Higgins Duro, formerly of Hazleton. The funeral is Friday at 9:30 a.m. at the Funeral Funeral Service in Hazleton. Massive Christian burial is Friday at 10 a.m. at MPP Church in Hazleton. Friends and family may call Friday from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. at the funeral home. COVID-19 restrictions will be in place. Dr. Robert P. Matchick of Hazleton. Services are private. The Turnbach Funeral Home in Hazleton is handling arrangements. And George J. Perbola, 88 of Weatherly. Services are private. The Philip J. Jeffries Funeral Home in Weatherly is assisting the family. Condolences can be made at griffithsfuneralhomes.com. The social news is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. For information, call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.